Pounders, week 15 came and gone really quick, and that was an exciting Sunday of football. I hope everyone advanced their favorite teams, although I know that is not the case. A wild amount of Chase Brown and Connor teams I've seen posted in the Discord. If you want your team reviewed, jump in the Discord and put it in the week 15-17 chatter channel. As we go through today, we'll be covering my teams that are advancing, as well as the Pounders, the Best Ball Bros, the Best Ball Baddies in the chat. We need some sort of name to stick for the girls in Best Ball, because Best Ball Bros is strong. It's strong. So I can't complain. Everything seems to be pretty damn good. I ran pretty well week 15, especially for the amount of teams I had advancing. We ended up with 7 big boards, although no Kendra Miller, which is crazy because I think he was one of my higher owned players for the big board. And if that take now hits, I'm I don't know what to do. I don't know what to. Now I'm rooting against Kendra. Crazy. It's kind of funny how it works that way. Yeah, he was our third highest owned RB. We had 26% Chase Brown carrying the way. Okay, so this is for week 15. Copy. Makes sense. I want to say it was probably higher than this with Kendra. We had a Kendra problem. Now we know we can't survive a full game. We'll see, though. We'll see if he ends up being an impact. He is an interesting one to have as an RB5, RB6 on some of these teams heading into week 16. Let's take a gander. Let's take a gander. I want to say this one's lucky. 150 seems pod luck. 154, you could even call that pod luck. 174. Let's take a peek here. Goff, Mayfield, and Daniels 3 QB team with Barkley, Jacobs, Stevenson, Mostert, and Take Bigsby. He's added some points this season for this team. Jefferson, Mike Evans, O'Dunes, Brian Thomas, JSN, Dotson, Javon Baker. Rip. So we got 2 zeros on here that I see. Hey, you can count Dotson too. But luckily, it's a 20 rounds. We have Parker Washington, who's live. What just happened? Denver got rid of, was it Josh Reynolds? And he got picked up by the Jags. You got to think that Parker Washington's still going to hold on to that role for this upcoming week. Ferguson, Smith, and Gesicki, strong. Man, did we like Ferguson and Ingram this year? And that take just did not. It had a pretty brutal run out. But that team's pretty nice. 199. This one could have went north of 200. Bowers decided to, dude, Bowers and Kelsey at tight end. You give me 5 points? Man, we'll get into Bowers and how he could have advanced a few teams for us if he just pushed a little more, and more so. God, that game script from the coaching staff for Vegas was hard to watch. It was terrible. It was terrible. You're telling me when McCormick goes down, you're going to lean on Madison, who fumbled already, and then he takes a freaking sack in the end zone? Like, come on. There's no way he gets a safety, and they continue to run the ball with him, and they won't let Ritter throw. The dude had like 70 yards at halftime. The game script there was brutal. And it's like, hey, Ritter, we're down where it's the fourth quarter. We need to throw the ball every play. And he was getting the job done. A few passes in a row to Myers. He didn't even look Bowers' way. It's crazy. At one point, the announcer's like, please throw the ball to Bowers. Same. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was screaming at the TV. Same. Alan May. This could be fun. James Cook, Mixon, Chase Brown, Ford is an interesting piece. Lloyd, rip. Antonio Gibson could add a random spike week. Not that it's happened yet, but he's live. Monrod, Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, Shakir, Lockett, Leggett, Burton, Boyd, McMillan, Taj Washington. Oh my, this must be an early team to put up 200. Kelsey and Bowers is very strong. Advancing Kelsey to next week is really nice. That's really nice. I like that squad, although there's some random ass players. Taj is just a 0. It would be interesting to advance Mahomes to like a week 17. What do you guys think? He's not playing this week, right? I don't have the full news on it. I would think they would sit him, but we'll see with practices. Mahomes and Goff. Connor, Brian Robinson, Javante, Lloyd, Algier. Oh, man, this one's tough. Connor's going to be so chalk, but Brian Robinson's nice. Javante, they got Aldrick Esme, 6 carries. They're starting to it's just a 3-headed backfield. Algier could steal some from Bijan and Vidal. How many touches did Vidal get last game? Let's have a peek here. Oh my God. He doesn't even come up when you type his name in Google. Kamani. A soccer player comes up, bro. Shit. Yeah, he only had 3 carries, wildly uninvolved. But also that game got away from them. Just Tampa Bay is legit. Absolutely legit. Al Bugs lost a BBM by 0.16 and scored 184 points. That is the definition of tragic. That's the definition of tragic. We'll go over what the median scoring point was for BBM if you were going to do it by just overall pull everyone together, average score, high, moves on. But Amon-Ra, DJ Moore, T. Higgs, Brian Thomas, McConkey, Curtis Samuel, Boyd, and McMillan. This is a beautiful wide receiver room. Too bad we didn't have just the one team at Uncle Kendre. Laporta, Freiermuth, and Sanders is nice too. That's a fun one. This one I ranked 6.2 points, so of course it's going to move on. Herbert, May, and Gino, Kyron, James Conner, Najee, Brian Robinson, Allen, and Bigsby. A lot of live running backs here. AJ Brown, Metcalf, Neighbors, McLaurin, Brian Thomas, Dotson, Baker, Demarcus Robinson, Goddard, Rip, Jonnu, and Giuseppes. Not bad. Yeah, that's a nice team with a lot of different pieces. No Chase Brown. Get the chalk out. DK's an interesting piece. Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be on a ton of teams. You'll see that as a common theme. 7.1er, another 177, almost 178. Lamar and Dak. I don't love having just one live QB, but if it's going to be one, Lamar's not a bad option. Stevenson, B-Rob, Spears with a random spike week. And Pollard still had 17 touches. And now what? They get Indy next week? And Levis is sitting. So we'll see. Maybe they lean pretty heavy into the run game. Charbonnet, Dowdle, and Estimes is a very, very interesting RB room, especially no Connor, no Chase Brown. Really not too chalky there. Jefferson, Adams, Neighbors, Zay Flowers is going to be, I would think, very low owned. We get the Zay Flowers, Lamar stack. Gabe Davis, Corley, Malik Washington, if Waddle can't go, Trey Palmer, Kyle Pitts, Freiermuth, and Jonnu. Dude, Kyle Pitts is just... If we got Freiermuth and Jonnu, it's all that matters. Scoot in the house, what's up, dude? How likely will it be that TJ eats the next 2 weeks? I mean, he looked good. And they really didn't start throwing to him until what? Like about halftime, right before. But we had a few up here as well. 157, not good enough. 166, not good enough. 159. We had some nice scoring teams, though. Wow, this is a low-scoring pod. 142 takes the cake. That's one of the lower ones I've seen. But very happy with the big board. Advancing 7 to 1 out of 10 next week. So technically 70% chance to make the finals. Pretty good. Hero comeback in this Pounders cash game. Let's see. War Room, no good. I hate how it resets, but this is what we're given. Little board, we were so close on a few of these, but we end up punching this one in. 165. Lamar, Goff, HN, Aaron Jones, Connor, Kendre, Chris Rod. Remember that click like in February? Monrod, Neighbors, Hopkins, Deontay Johnson, Tyler Lockett, Wandale, Tez Walker hits the lineup. Andrews, Mayer, and Fant. Glad we didn't go too heavy into Mayer, and that's just by luck before they drafted Bowers. Nothing in the little board, too. Rookies and sophomores, I lost one. So we're advancing one out of the 6, which I'll take. We lost this one because of Bijan at the end. Yeah. My receivers just, I don't think, got there, but my running backs were so strong. Bijan, Spears, like random spike week, in my opinion. Chase Brown. Tank Dell, Zay Flowers, Reed, Bowers, AD, Roman Wilson. Kind of rough. But my God, they did absolutely nothing to get me there. Especially like Bijan had an okay game. He had like 14 points, but you can't use that. It's one RB, 2 receivers, and a flex. So we couldn't use the Bijan score, unfortunately. This team's pretty sick, though. I will say this one that we're advancing for rookies and sophomores. If you guys don't know what this contest is, it's literally rookies and sophomores. And it drops in what? March? Early March, late February? It's very, very early. So you have to get in tune with who the rookies are. And it's really fun. It is really fun. Stroud and Levis, I mean, kind of RIP to him not starting, but we're going to need Stroud anyways. Gibbs, Chase Brown, and Kendre, I will say, is about as interesting as it gets. Tank Dell, Dunze, BTJ, Bowers, McConkey, Newman Wilson, and Pearsall. This is what I call pretty strong team. With the Tank Dell stack, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Kevin Garnett there for you. We managed to advance this puppy but super flex, and the payouts for this aren't bad at all. 30K to first. It is a bigger final though. Next week is 1 out of 8. 186. Allen and Daniels, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Mostert, Singletary, Gibson, Roshan, Evan Hall. This is again 20 rounds, and I went very heavy RB early in these super flex contests, so it's very interesting to see me not have a bunch of RBs in the first 5 rounds. Smith, Metcalf, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin, Keon Coleman, Cooks, McMillan, Hyatt, and 3 live tight ends. Can't complain. Where's the other super flex? I want to say the Pomeranian, but super flex. Bri, we had a bet in this pod. You owe me that beer. DM me. I'll send you the Venmo. It's going to be a 16 ounce or 2 minimum, maybe 22. Maybe I'll go crazy. Just kidding, buddy. Josh Allen, Staffy, and Rodgers. Okay. Rashad White, Connor, Najee, Chase Brown, Charbonnet, Mason. Oh man, this team was kind of cool. Not going to lie. This was a 0 RB team, sort of. Rashad White was what, pick 65 or something? We can check. RBs went earlier in this contest. We got him at 47. And then Connor at 48. Yeah, the RBs went. Bro, there's no way. Pick 47, 48, 49. That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. This is all jacked up because it's in the playoffs. So it doesn't transfer over like the board. Is Olave going to play football again? Because that would be a very interesting piece. Is he coming back this year? I would think he's not going to, especially with Carr being out. What's the word on that? Mari Cooper, Addison, Gabe Davis, Josh Downs, DeMarcus Robinson, Conklin, Juwan Johnson, Parkinson. You have Tyler Higbee this week. He's back, which is interesting. All right. Now what everyone's waiting for before we get into your guys' teams, which is honestly what I'm interested in. Oh, motherfucker. We got to cover the big board. Bad beat. I say bad beat, not like I lost by 0.2, but like Bowers to score 10 points with the game script, like losing the whole game, losing. Please stop giving the ball to Madison. I just need 10. Just need 10 to go 2 out of 2. want to say this is pretty nice. I mean, just Jalen Hurts is whatever, but Achane, Pollard, Ford, Gibson, whatever. It's 2 out of 5 next week too. Like, you have a pretty good chance in this contest. Monrod, Dev Smith, McLaurin, Bowers, and Colby. Couldn't do it. All right, now the team that is advancing. And shout out, we had Dave and we had Frank in that room, which, like, get the Pounders out of here, man. Get the Pounders out of here. Love and Tua, 2 live QBs, probably on the lower ownership scale as well. Achane, Jacobs, Connor, Gibson, Foreman. So we're going to have to lean into these 3, but that's fine. Chase, Evans, Rice, Seawalt, Palmer, Josh Downs, McMillan, and Malik Washington. With the Malik stack, could we do it? Jonnu in there with Freiermuth. Thank God we went 3 tight ends. I don't care that Musgrave's back. I don't think he's going to do shit. That's the brutal honesty right there. Bulldog couldn't do it. Dalmatian, we fell short. And let's see, Greyhound, we punch it through, which this was the single entry. So next week's 1 out of 4, and then it's a 53-seat final. So minimum 750 if we can 1 out of 4 it. I like these smaller finals too. I think it's important to mix these in. Higher chance to advance. Although, like, my positive and negative for the year is heavily dependent on just making the finals for BBM, because it's like 38% of my entry fees for the year is reliant on, and the only way you make that back is making the finals. Lamar Jackson and Dak, Achane, Montgomery, Edwards, Charbonnet, Bucky, Clyde Edwards-Helaire was just released. Lamb, Waddle, T. Higgs, Sutton, Shaheed, Roman Wilson, Wandale, and Zay Jones, Kittle, and Henry I'm cool with. That's an interesting one. That's definitely an interesting one. The naked Lamar. Dude, how about Bateman going off, man? Crazy. Crazy for Gritty, because I know Gritty is like at 60% plus. I guess this is probably my worst beat, is in the Badge Bros Brawl by 0.18. I would say that's pretty. I'd say that's probably my worst beat for like horror stories, but $5 contest, kind of did a few just for fun. Advancing a few minis, which is cool. Get a couple minis in there. Again, only 10K to first, 310 seat final, but $3 drafts. I want to say I did a stream, right? And what was it? It was, I did all 20 at once. And then I think I did one where I did 10 at a time. I was mixing it up in these contests, just trying to push through as many teams as possible. Plus content, like, got to do it for the content. So for the Schnauzers, we're advancing 2 into week 16. The Chihuahua, we're advancing 1 Chihuahua. 50K to first. Okay, now we're talking. Like now we're talking. We'll look at this one. Just Burrow. Okay. JT's an interesting piece. Pollard, Brian Robinson Jr., Chase Brown, Ray Day, Amon-Ra, Neighbors, T. Higgs, Addison, Hopkins. I mean, if McBride find the end zone? Can McBride, can he find the end? The dude needs a TomTom, man. He needs a TomTom. The GPS, the end zone. Find it. This could be the week. This could be, every week could be the week when you get 10 targets a game. When's it going to happen? All right, the Corgi's a single entry. I thought this was a $10, but it's only a 5, 22.50. Not bad. 25K up top. 1 out of 5. This structure is interesting too, where it's like week 15 is more important than 16. It's kind of odd, but I like it. Obviously, if you have a team here, 20% chance versus 10% to advance. 75 seat final. Top 10, make a G note plus. all the money's at the top. 25% of the prize pools at first, 15% is at second. You like that math? 10% is at third. So very heavily weighing on the top 5 spots, I would say. And then it starts to drop by more than half at 6th place. But still nice. Still really nice for a $5 contest. Let's get there. Let's actually review that. The single entry, let's take a peek what we have. A-Rich and Goff, K-Walk, Pollard, Spears, Chuba, Dobbins, Estime, Amon-Ra, Nico. Nico's a great piece to have. If you have a Nico piece, you're feeling very good. You're feeling very good with the low ownership, along with Flowers, Terry, Neighbors, Schultz, Smith, and Jasek. It's an interesting team. Poodle. Okay, we're advancing 2 Poots. I don't know if I saw this. It's 1 out of 5 next week, then a 310 seat final. Just over 10%. What's that? Nice. 20K to second. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Josh Allen and Jones, so just single QB. These RBs are very fun, though. Derrick Henry is going to be a low advance rate player. Puka, Debo's got to be very low for a good reason. Ridley, Worthy, Brian Thomas, Mike Williams, Josh Downs, Hyatt, Musgrave, Henry, and Juwan Johnson. This is probably my weakest tight end room that we've reviewed today so far. 186. That's a score to mess with right there. That's deserving. Jalen Hurts and Lamar. Did we gritty this team? Did we teach me how to gritty? Teach I? James Conner. Dude. Antonio Gibson hit the RB2 spot and we somehow scored 186. What is this team? Ty Chandler, Gus Edwards, Chase Adams, Neighbors, McConkey, Brian Thomas, Myers, Douglas, Ryan Flournoy. Why? Musgrave, Jonnu, and Juwan Johnson. Oh my God. I didn't even know this team was able to put up 186 ever. Yeah, Gibbs is a great shout. I don't think I have more than one, maybe any. Maybe I have none. But Gibbs is a great piece to have. Along with Kupp, he's interesting, but probably Kupp's just kind of slowing down. Very, very touchdown dependent. All right, Best Ball Mania. This is the one I posted on the Twitter machine at Fantasydogpound. Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Singletary, Dobbins. God damn, you're really working with 2 RBs. It's thin. Can it make it there? It can. What? Singletary got like 11 touches last week. Dobbins out. Estime, it's Denver, and he just doesn't have a big role with that 3-headed backfield. But Tyreek Hill going to be very low owned. Tyreek Hill and Waddle. We definitely got sniped here in this draft. You could already tell you that we got sniped on Tua. Hill, Adams, Waddle, McConkey, Keon Coleman, Rashad Bateman down here. Slippery snake. With Kittle, Freiermuth, and Jonnu, we still take Jonnu from them. Oh, I must have been in rare form. Like, that's it. I'm just grabbing everyone from Miami with the Baltimore piece. That's fun. That's fun. Get this team in the finals. The thing is, it's so thin at RB. Like, so incredibly thin. The Hill piece is fun. Adams is going to be super high owned. Waddle might be out this week. We'll see. Ladd, Coleman. Pretty fun team. This team we drafted live. If you guys want to go take a peek at it. 820. 167.9. I will say I deserved all of these advances. There's one that I didn't advance. I was also, I believe, in the 160s, above the average that you had to score if it was just based on an average advance rate. Lamar Jackson, Geno. Breece Hall should be pretty low advance rate. Dave Montgomery, RIP. But we have Swift and Chuba, so still live with these 3 RBs for sure. Devontae Adams, Chalk, DK Metcalf, Brian Thomas, Palmer, Myers, Polk, Mooney, Bateman, Parker Washington. Dude, the Parker Washington share could be interesting. He had one big spike this year. Mooney having a big fat 0 last week. Is that correct? He had 0. He legit had 0. He had 1 target. What happened? So that could be interesting. DK, we'll just sort of see. Gino, I think it's up in the air. He got good news on the injury, but I sort of doubt he plays. No, I don't think Bowers will be low owned just because his price wasn't that crazy. Yeah. Who went off? Like Jonnu had 15 points. Did Jonnu? I would have to check. Week 15. Let's check Fantasy Pros. Tight end, half point PPR, week 15er. Let's pull this up. Yeah. Jonnu was tight end 1 with 15. So it's not like anyone separated all that much. Laporta, McBride, Bretton Strange, Josh Weil, Foster Moreau, obviously. Like, duh. Chig getting up there for 10 points almost. Freiermuth without Pickens. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. That was basically it. Noah Gray still in a touchdown from Kelsey. Has been standard this year, but look at this. Just a bunch of tight ends not named Luke Musgrave. Oh, what a beautiful day. Yeah, that one's live. 4 RBs. Tube. 3. Monty's out. We'll take it. Pod luck. That's it. Just pod luck. All right. This is the hashtag my team. Lamar Jackson, Herbert with Najee, Connor, Chase Brown, B-Rob, and Roshan. It is not that sexy because James Conner and Chase Brown, that combo is going to be very highly owned. Now, when there's only 16 teams in your pod, hopefully there's not more than 2 other teams with that combo, and maybe you get a different QB, but Lamar's going to be pretty high owned. Goff's going to be up there. The interesting piece, actually, there's 3. Marv? How do you advance a Marv team this far? Nico? Zay Flowers? Even Worthy? These are some fun pieces to have. This is the team that really excites me. Ladd, Josh Downs, even Burton, like get your head on your shoulders. But McMillan starting to heat up, and Henry and Smith is definitely enough. It's definitely enough. This one's probably my fave out of the 3. Too bad that wasn't the live stream. All right, let's pull up the Pounders drafts. Rock Hard Castle, dude, just saw you joined today. Dak out. Daniels, Herbert, Jacobs, Dowdle, Chuba, Tracy, Bucky. Very, very nice at RB. Lamb, Adams, Mike Evans, McLaurin. Dude, just a ton of live players. Theo Johnson and Ben Sinnott. What were you thinking? All right. Tight end there's rough, but I could see this getting through pretty easily. A palm from this past week. I think Palm's 2 advanced, right? I don't know. Yeah, I think Palm's 2 advanced. Congrats, you and Nick, and F42 up there. What's up, dude? Brian didn't check this contest till now. Said cashing 0. Forgot no payouts until the finals. Yeah, the Chihuahua. Nice, Brian. 3 Chihuahuas. Let's go. Jeff, what's up, dude? Also crushing it in the Pounders Founders League. I just checked. I thought I had Vinny. I had scored 191 points, and I had Bowers in a tight end premium league. He puts up like 8 points in tight end premium. Dude, Vinny's Chiggy goes off for like 20 points, puts up like 195. Crazy. I will not be winning the ring this year. And neither will Ben. So we're going to have a new winner for the Founders League. Jeff with Allen and Deshaun Watson. So it's going to be single QB. Kyron, James Cook, Samir White out for the year. Kendre's interesting. Braylon Allen. So rocking 4 RBs is fine. AJ Brown, Drake London, Rice, Curtis Samuel, Shakir, Judy, Thielen, Luke McCaffrey, John McMillan. Yeah, his team's super live. Mark Andrews and Jono. I sort of do like the Josh Allen with Mark Andrews too. Adam says Pug. Let's pull it up. Jane Daniels and Mayfield, nice combo. Jacobs, Mixon, Kamara, B-Rob, Carson Steele. Dude, Adam. Was it the alligator? Justin Jefferson, London, Mike Evans, McLaurin, Myers, Polk, McMillan, Bateman. Very strong. Hawkinson, Otten, and Juwan's a nice combo there too. Pretty sick. It's pretty sick for the Pug. I think I have a Pug going forward as well. Bry with the BBMer. Jalen Hurts and Prescott. Achane, Mostert, Chuba, Braylon Allen, Justice Hill puts up a 15 spot. Donta Foreman. He forgot to have his 3-touchdown game this year. He usually has a 3-touchdown game every year on a new team. Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Rice, Deontay Johnson, BTJ, Jerry Jeudy, Tolbert, and Corley. My God. Rice and Deontay Johnson is basically zeros. Corley's basically 0. Although, Corley got some play. How many snaps did Corley get last week? Let's go to the Jets. It's going to be low. No, he didn't get any play. He didn't get any. Lazard's back. That's right. Lazard's been back since 14. Njoku and Schultz. Hopefully Njoku's back for you this week. I believe that's what's happening. Drafted in April from Kevin K-Mac 0922. Goff and Bryce Young. Derrick Henry, Stevenson, Zach Moss, Charbonnet, Bucky Irving in estimates. Pretty fun, man. I would say like Henry's going to be pretty low owned. Amon-Ra, Adams, Kirk, Worthy, Troy Franklin, Leggett, Lad McConkey. It's nice. Laporta, Otten, and Ben Sinnott. Try to think. Probably my strategy of like how to sweat my teams, because I have 3 and I'm going to be going through the pod. I want to see who my low advance rate guy is, and then see how many teams have them, and then see what their quarterback combination is, see what their tight ends are, and then sort of go from there. I think that's the easiest way to differentiate your team from the other teams in your pod. Steph with the BBMer, a Chihuahua 2, a Chihuahua, and a Pugger. Daniels and Goff, Achane, Mixon, Montgomery, Ford, Estimate. You're live with these 3.5. 3.5 RBs. Ford getting the starting role. You got to feel pretty good about that. Mixon putting up sort of a dud. Achane too. So that combo should be, you could be the only team with that combo, which that would be sick. Amon-Ra, DK, Kirk, Terry McLaurin, Addison, Tyler Lockett, Bateman, Juwan Jennings. Nice. Henry, Jonnu, and Ben Sinnott. Right? Laporta. Was that Ben Laporta? What else do we have up here? Oh, Love Star's running The Sims a million times until Chesley wins is crazy. That's good. We got that one out of the way. Yeah, so if BBM didn't use pods, and shout out to Pat Donovan, it does. Love that. The cut line would be 160.9 to advance to week 16. We would have advanced for BBMs. I'll take 3. I'm lucky. Very lucky to have 3. I want this one so bad, but not enough juice. Joe Burrow, Goff, and May. The wife just throws on the vacuum. Gibbs, Jacobs. Brown, Elliott, and Ty Chandler. I love the Gibbs. I love the Gibbs. Marv with Gibbs. This is fun. And Cup. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. This is pretty cool. McConkey, Worthy, Quentin Johnson, Tyler Boyd, and KJ Osborne. Did KJ get any play in his new team? I doubt it, but he could sneak in there. Yeah, he didn't play. I wonder if he starts sneaking in there next week. That'd be pretty sick. Not that I have any KJ Osborne, but Henry and Mark Andrews. Good combo. Strong combo. Ooh. What's going on here? Al Bugs with Purdy, Mayfield, and Goff, 3 live QBs. Gibbs, Hubbard, Chase Brown, Warren, and Bucky. Amon-Ra, Evans, Pickens, Tank Dell, J-Mo, Wandell. Ooh, Malik. Jalen McMillan, Kittle, and Juwan Johnson. That's a fun team, man. That's a fun team. Ghosty, the team in question, will I make it one more round? What is this? A $10. Would this be a puppy? Love and Goff, Achane, Jacobs, Chubb out, Hubbard, Irving, Dobbins out. Man, this could have been really sick. This was the team injury, team crutches. Hill, Neighbors, McLaurin, Hopkins, BTJ, Dobbs, and Myers. Haven't seen too much Dobbs, which is sort of strange. Hawkinson, Giuseppe's fun. Let's see what else we got. Here, let me throw this little invite to the Discord in the chat. Appreciate everyone hanging out. If you guys enjoy this type of content, we're going to be doing a Week 17 review as well of the teams that advance. Drop a sub. Drop a like. If you're feeling crazy, leave a comment after. It helps boost the algo, which is harder to beat than BBM5. All right. Chris B. Lamar, Sam Darnold. Love the Darnold share. Aaron Jones, Moss, Elliott, Chubb. The RBs are thin just due to injury. You're looking at Aaron Jones and Chuba. Could be what you need. 2 weeks in a row. That's a tougher sell. Justin Jefferson, Adams, Mike Evans, O'Dunes, Lockett, Myers, Bateman. Damn, tight ends are strong too. Not a BBMer though. For the stream, Bo sending me 3. This is a BBM. Purdy and Goff, CMC. Oh dear. Bet you would love to trade that for Chase right now. And Montgomery, man. How much? You got Garendo, though. You're a crazy man. You are a crazy, crazy man. Rico, Bucky, McLaughlin, and Garendo. Devo, Terry, BTJ, J-Mo, Shakir, Downs, Odell, dead. Tez looks like he's getting some play now. Laporte and Kittle's strong, obviously. That's pretty cool just due to the low ownership of Garendo. That's pretty crazy. Not going to lie, that is results over process, like entirely. Like how many RPs got hurt for Garendo to play football this year? It started with Elijah Mitchell, season-ending injury in preseason. CMC, Jordan Mason, bro. Guy was inactive for most of the year. Not gonna lie, sort of rooting against it. All right, I think that's it. All right, we got a couple that joined us and dropped the teams below. Hey, Frank, what's up, dude? Got 4 live next week for BBM. My man. Mayfield, Levis, and Darnold. Achane, ETN, unique. I don't know if you want it, but unique. Rashad White and James Conner. Jefferson, Evans, Ridley, Dante Johnson, Dobbs, Judy Mooney, Goddard, Otten, and John. It's a fun one. That is a fun one. My God. Feeling good about this BBM still. Did I cover this one? Burrow, Mayfield, Jacobs, Chase Brown, Tajay, Rico, Esme, Mitchell, Chase Adams, Evans, Pickens, Oh yeah. So look at the receivers. Look at the receivers. Bowers and Otten too. That's gas. That one's gas. That one's gas. All right. We had one more, I think, that I didn't show. Was it a pugger? It was a pug. Pug 2, we put up 166. Lamar and Staffy. Connor, Mostert, Chase Brown, Charbonnet, Bucky, Rashawn Johnson, Will Shipley. The dream. But it has Nico and Cup. R.I.P. Rashee Rice, Amon-Ra, Deontay Johnson, also R.I.P. Josh Downs, McBride, and Henry. This one's pretty strong. This one's pretty strong. We even luck into the Deontay Johnson like pairing, and it's just so bad. It's just so bad. I mean, Carolina got rid of him for a reason, I guess. And he was cheap and everyone was questioning it. And dude hasn't played football since week 12. He played 9% of the snaps. It's just been a toxic environment for him, I think. I think that's it, though, from me. I want to say that is, we got a fast puppy, don't we? We got a fast puppy. Haircut draft. That team was fire, too. Lamar and Gino, Mixon, Connor, Blake, Chase Brown. You see how many teams have Connor and Chase Brown, especially for me because I was hitting that range. Jefferson, Olave, DK, Pickens, BTJ, Mike Williams, and Douglas with Njoku, Komet, and Jaceki. It's live for sure. 1 out of 10, 375 seed final. Dude, the fast puppy pays. It pays. I mean, 1 million in prizes. This was a huge tournament. I love the 20-second clocks too. I don't know about you guys, but I loved those contests. Discord DM. Going down the DMs. Oh yeah, Crispy sent me one here in the DMs too. Allen and Murray, Gibbs, Connor, B-Rob, Kendre. I wish I had more Kendre advancing, man. Marv, Dev Smith, McLaurin, Downs, Shakir, Dotson, Leggett, Trey Palmer, Brendan Rice. I will say I had 1 share total of Brendan Rice this whole offseason, including the big board. He's one that the tape did not impress me. The name, I think, got a lot of people. Obviously, it was pretty ambiguous for the Chargers when they got rid of Keenan Allen. Got the landing spot, but still. Big board when you didn't even know where he was. I think I accidentally queued him and let it tick down. Kincaid, Jonnu. That's fun combo. That's a fun one, Crisp. That's a fun one. We got... I don't think you did. I don't see it. Check Discord DM. I don't see it. I don't have it. There's none. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. A lot of the game times are changing too. All the flex spots are being swapped right now. So that's interesting. Have to see how that fully pans out. Puppy 2. This was another big contest. Almost hit a milli. 750K in prizes. 1 out of 10 next week as well. 100K up top, 60K to second. That's still good money. Lamar Jackson, Goff, Stevenson, Connor, Rip Chubb, Blake Corum, Rashawn Johnson. Is this dude ever going to come back from this concussion? Missed 2 weeks now? Come on. Amon-Ra, Nico, Cup. So fun. Brian Thomas, Bateman, Devontae Walker, Kincaid, and Pat Fry. I mean, this one's live. Stevenson, Connor. Maybe we have 3 RBs with Rashawn that can spike in. God. Rashawn needs to play, though. I'll take a 12 spot. He could steal 2 touchdowns. Of course, we got a Palm advancing. I think we have 26 teams total advancing. So we have a nice little sweat. We should have something. In the finals. Depends what contest is it going to happen in. I like the Malik Washington. I'm really hoping that we can get Malik Washington one spike week that matters. This would be the week for it. Very, very lucky, but unlucky with how Malik sort of shaped up. Odell started, if you guys remember, Odell started on the IR. It's like, oh, wow, like that's awesome. Like Malik's going to get some play in preseason earlier than he probably would have. And then he gets hurt and he misses like all 4 weeks that Odell was out. This is crazy. I have 3, and that's 3 out of 20. Just super, super lucky and just happy, excited. I think you guys are too. And you should be. It's just a crazy, crazy week for a sweat. Like it's so important to get one in the BBM finals. 37.50 minimum payouts. It's crazy. And then the dream payout at the top 10. It's crazy up there. It is crazy up there. And just to have a team in the finals is pretty wild. I would love to know how that feels. So we'll see. Top 10, they'll get 150 plus. I mean, I'm not going to bat an eye at 100K. Like I'll do it. I'll take 20th place. Just lock it in right now. I'll just take 20th. But the minimum 37.50. So if you max, you're getting your money back. Going up in increments of about 1,000, then 2,000 if you're in, what's this, the top 40%, top 20%, even a little higher, top 18%, making 11K plus. Top 50 when it starts flying up. This is where you start really making the money. 50 to 40 doubles, 25 to 50K, 1.5x. Insane. Love the contest. Love what they did to it this year. It's not just 3 million at the top and everyone else gets screwed. 200K per second. I do. This makes a lot more sense for people being able to sustain playing this contest. It still is sort of the lottery contest just due to advance rates. But even then, they brought this down to 1 out of 13 instead of 1 out of 16, 1 out of 16. And last year we had 2 teams. Heading into week 16, this year we have 3 teams, and we were supposed to have 1.5. So feeling very, very grateful, very lucky to have 1.5. Dude, the Jalen Wright click this year was so bad. Someone that we clicked a lot in the big board, then came off of for BBMer. But all right, guys. We will catch you on Thursday. If you guys are doing the BRs, best of luck. We are in the Discord chatting about that as well. Link is in the description. Link is in the comments. If you guys enjoy the stream, drop a like, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Pounders.